Hey guys, Ambush Bunny here. This is a not-so-survival video that I'm going to be doing. I'm sitting back here in my bedroom, and one of the things about me that most people, well, unless you're my friends, won't know, but I have a huge collection of animals. I have rabbits that I've talked about in one other video. I've got bearded dragons. I have this beautiful 20-gallon tank here that I've got set up. This has some anoles in. There's one way back there. Hi, Kent. And then there's a couple Bahamas in here. There's got a tree frog in here too. And they're pretty cool, which I love this tank. If you need a tank, I highly suggest going and getting Thrives, which is what one of these are. The quality and the price, you can't beat it. And I've got some live moss growing here on the bottom, which I keep misted. I always keep my little mister here. And same with my plants over there. Those are royal purple hearts, I believe. I always also heard them called wandering purple Jew. I'm not sure what they really are called, but they will take over, and they're not very hard to grow. But the purpose of this wasn't about these guys in specific, but two of my other reptiles, which is my leopard geckos. And a couple of days ago, they left me a present. This is my graphic monitor. I do art and drawing all and such. But here, hidden away, where as you can hear, I have cats too, to keep these guys safe. They gifted me some eggs. So I do have a male and a female. My female is a basic yellow. She's got a few stripes around her tail and a couple little dots on top of her head. The rest of it, she's just a one solid color. My male is known as a Max Snow. He's white with black spots and black eyes. He's quite pretty. And these are going to be their babies. I did candle them already. When they're first laid, you can try and candle. They may not show up as fertile. They say to go ahead and incubate them anyways, which I'm doing. But I was able to candle mine, and I saw red dots with vessels in it, which means they are fertile eggs. Inside here I've got a hydrometer, so I can monitor the moisture inside the tank, inside this enclosure. Leopard gecko eggs are really cool because based off what temperature they're incubated at will determine the gender of the gecko. So if you incubate the eggs around 80 degrees, they're going to 100% be female. If it's somewhere like around the 87 degrees area, you got a split chance of male and female. And if you go from 90 to 98, they are going to be male. If they're lower, like towards 74 or less, around that range, it's not viable. They don't hatch. The eggs may not survive and thrive, even though they are fertile. For keeping my things incubated, I've got a little cloth here so they're not laying directly on it, but I have a specific reptile heating pad. This one is actually for a hermit crab enclosure, so they don't it gets nice and warm, but I don't want the plastic sitting right on top of it, so we've got it here. I don't like opening this very often because I don't want to lose moisture. I've incubated one before, but it was our first clutch and I had a failure to thrive on that one. This is my old lady. Say hi to Sunshine. She's about 15. Anyway, I don't want to open this up too often. I don't want to lose moisture. My hydrometer in here says it's about 80% humidity. If one of these start to get dry, they shrivel up and look like little raisins, and we don't want them to get too dry. So I always just use my same mister that I use for my reptiles and my frogs, and I will open it and just spray around the cup itself, not the eggs, the cup, to re-moisten the substrate here. My substrate in here is crushed coconut bark. It comes in a compressed brick. You throw it in some water, it expands, and you can crumble it up. To do my temperature, this is actually a reptile cup from, I think, PetSmart or Petco. I think actually I got either a knoll in this, or I got a gecko in this one. I don't remember. But it's already got ventilation holes. You need at least 10 nice little air holes in there because the eggs do breathe through the shells. And I went and picked up a digital meat thermometer from the grill section at Walmart. I think this was only $10, which is not bad. It comes with a battery and everything already in it. And it's got an extending probe on the end of it. Let's turn it on. There we go. And so to test my temperature, I've got a center hole right there. And I'm just going to slide that right in and kind of gauge it to where it just does go into the substrate. You want a 1/2 inch between the two eggs. And you don't want to completely bury them. So right now my temperature is at 88-ish in there. So which means I'm going to have a high chance of getting a mix of genders, which I'm fine with. I'm probably not going to be keeping these guys. They are going to incubate from anywhere from 35 to 89 degrees, and that, what depends on the length of time that they incubate to hatching, is based off of temperature. No, it went a little deeper, so deeper in the substrate's 90. So yeah, there's a pretty high chance that I'm going to get mixed hatchlings, maybe males. Get that out of there. So I'm going to be every day, every other day, just kind of peeking over and looking in to see if I see anything live climbing inside the box. And checking the moisture inside there. So I don't want them to get dry. That's why I also like having a clear top, so then I can see anything moving inside here and tell if the eggs have hatched without having to pop the lid open. I'll keep you guys updated on these as well, and if they hatch or not. I'll later do a video for, since I live out in the middle of nowhere, and around where I'm at there's only 2 options for pet stores that carry feeders for the reptiles, like mealworms and crickets. And sometimes they're out because they service a large area around that city, so they don't have a lot of stuff in stock, and it's hard to get over there because it's about a 40-minute drive to get to it, and I don't like driving that far unless I absolutely have to. And what I'm doing to be able to feed my reptiles between getting crickets. I'll show you that video later when I get it made on being able to take care of your animals living out away from any stores, or if you just want to start raising your own to save money. For future content, be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys later.